here with you. I hope you're doing well. I had so much fun last week making the clusters, and this week we're making the cards using these. So I've got all my clusters right here, but before I use them, I have made some background sheets for my Patreon, so you're getting a closer look at what the freebie sheets for the month of October will be. Because I'm gonna be showing this video on the 29th of September, and so on the 1st of October my Patreons will be getting this, and the set comes at for the lowest tier, so it's $2 US, and you get the benefit of these freebie sheets as well as 2 videos a month. So I think it's a pretty good deal if you want to have more content. So this first page is a background that I made. I colored a sheet, and then I altered it and transformed it into a background sheet. I thought it was perfect fall colors. Then this is from a background I made for my fellows here. So I transform one of the backgrounds for them. And then I have these because, you know, fall leaves. I thought it'd be cool sheets. And then you've got the clusters. So here are all the clusters. I transformed 3 of them into sepia because I thought it would be fun. So these are all the clusters I've got. So they're pretty much the same size, as you can see, as the original. Like, I didn't really modify them much. They might be, yeah, they're about the same size. Might be a tiny bit smaller sometimes, but not much. I printed these on cardboard so that I could actually use them and put some stickles on it if I wanted in the center of the flowers. And then I also have some images that I found on Unsplash, and then I modified them and made them vintage photos, and I reframed them, and I did all sorts of stuff. And so those are also available on those sheets. So this set, like I said, is available for my Patreon. It's also, you can also purchase it if you want just the set. So go and check it out, and it's going to be available though as of October 1st, because obviously that's when I release my freebies for the month. So today we're making the cards with these. I've got all sorts of papers beside me. I also have obviously the background papers here that I could use if I wanted to have, you know, an added background, but I'm thinking of using these because I'm trying to use more of my papers. I tend to hoard paper, and I really want to use up some of those that I've had for a long time. So that's my goal for today. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to be making these cards and how many of the clusters I'm going to be using. I would love to use many though. Maybe this one more, because this is burgundy and this is more red, and I feel like this would actually look pretty good. And maybe I could, like, I had some orange. I wonder if the white will be too white, and if it's better to go with another color than white, like the brown, for example. I was to do this. I wish it was darker, more like this here. This does have a nice clean look to it. That has a nice look to it. Just not sure about the corners. If I want to add something, like I wish I have metal corners, but they're a bit big, I feel, for this. I'm not convinced that they would really work. I could try to go fully orange or more brown. Like, see, this brown is not the same brown, so maybe if I was to go with a brown background would be better. I really do like it with the white though. I think it's because it's more pale. I think it works. It's just the corners that I wish I had something to go on them. Like the type of photo corners, type of things that I used to use. I don't know if I have them in... I had them in my stash, but I'm not sure if I still do. Yeah, I do have some. Just not sure the colors are gonna work with this. Oh, actually, I have some that are even better, that I have the right colors, I think. Look at this. Like, how would this look? Yeah, I think that would work for me. Because I have some that are just plain black. No, they're all gold. I thought I had some plain black ones. Yeah, I do have some plain black ones as well. Okay, so let's cut this down and see. But I think this would be the perfect accent. So basically, these are these things with the corner photo things that you used to use for old photo album. But they're also very useful if you do scrapbooking. Haven't done any in a while. Well, it's not true. I have done my vacation journal, and I did it for the Eye or Tears in my Patreon. But it's not a scrapbook. It was more like a journal where I documented my stuff. Not sure how different it would have been. It would be to call it, like, to actually call it a scrapbook. Somehow for me a scrapbook is more, it's bigger, but I guess it doesn't have to be. So I don't know, maybe it is kind of scrapbooking. Anyway, I've done that, but I haven't used photo corners, and I could have. That would have been a nice accent. I didn't think about them. It's just when I was looking at this paper that I thought it's missing something for the corners. And I'm pretty happy that I was able to find these so quick. Because I thought I had some in this box, but I wasn't sure if it was in this box or if it was in something else. Where did my corners go? I had 2 corners pulled out. Okay, well, I've got plenty, so I'll use the other ones, and I'll probably find the ones I was looking for after. So I could go black, like this. I really like how it finishes off the, because I thought it was missing something. And I have these here that have white, so I could use those, but the white on white I don't think would look good. So that's why I'm thinking these would be better. So I also have in the gold. I'm thinking the gold is probably better for the fall. I don't know, it's I think it gives a better look. Yeah. So I'm glad because these are not heavy. I do have some metal ones, but the metal ones I also have like these things, these corners I could have used, but those are metal and they're heavier obviously, which can make it harder to ship out the letter. Okay, so I'm gonna just put a little bit of glue. I think those are like you lick it type of thing, but obviously I don't really want to lick these, so I'm just gonna put some glue and it should be enough to keep it there. I mean, it's not like it's gonna be having a lot of you're not gonna be tearing at it. So I wonder if you've tried making your clusters following the previous video. Somebody commented, I don't remember the name and I'm sorry about that, but somebody commented and asked what's the difference between toppers and clusters. And to me, like it's basically the same type of thing, except that clusters to me are not, like if I was making a topper, I would be thinking of something like very enclosed in a space, whereas this, like it's all sorts of shapes and none of them is like the same shape. So that would be the reasoning why I'm calling those clusters and not toppers. And it's also like it's just an assembly of all sorts of different things that I put together. So that's my reasoning for calling it that way. Yeah, I like that. Oh, there's, see, I knew I was gonna find them, and you would probably, it's right behind, it's right underneath, and I was not seeing it. Okay, so I think it really finishes off this card. I like it. Simple. And you could obviously put a little sentiment here. I'm not going to put one because this way I can use it for whatever. I could use it for Thanksgiving is coming up. It's the second weekend of October, so the weekend of the 11th. So I could use those for that, but I could also use those for just regular fall type of cards. So that's why I'm not going to put one. Okay, so then I have, it'd be nice if I can use all of these actually, because I don't really want to put them back in my stash. This one has all sorts of flowers like that, similar type of colors as this. and do a trial and then figure it out. I think I prefer that one to this. And I wonder if I was to do this. My scissors, I almost sent my scissors on me. I wonder if I thought it might have been pretty, but it's a little bit much. Because this is the paper that's underneath, so it could have been easily added to the cluster. I'm just thinking that it's taking away from the colors that I have here, so I'm actually just gonna do this and call this one done. That's the fun part too with using these, is that there's so much going on this piece that there's not necessarily a lot of papers that need to be added to it. I also wanted to share with you guys, I've shared it with my Patreon. Norma, who's a viewer of my channel, also a Patreon member, has been using my my freebie sheets to make some beautiful cards, and she has a YouTube channel, and usually she comments on my videos, so you can see her name. And if you click on it, you can go and see the cards that she's made. I'm gonna try to remember to link her channel, but I might not remember. So if I don't remember, check her out. Like I said, she usually leaves a comment, and she's been making some beautiful, she makes beautiful cards no matter what, but she's also made beautiful cards using the clusters that I made, and it's really cool to see how somebody takes something and transforms it into something else. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, because in case you were interested. And I love supporting other creative people. It's really nice. Because it might not look like much, but it's something to have, to be making content and trying to get a viewership. I'm thinking that would be probably a better way to use the yellow, but do I want to use maybe more like this one? Because that one, the yellow is kind of, there is yellow, but it's not as prominent as this one, and it also has that yellow here, which is not the same type of yellow, which is probably what's bothering me with it. If I'm being honest. Whereas this would work. Now I wonder if I should add the corners again, or do I add the black corners this time around, since the dots here in this paper are actually black. I'm thinking the black corners could be a really nice accent. And since I have them out, because I don't usually use these, I think I got them in a box or something. the thrift store, because I doubt I purchased those myself. I don't remember it, but I've had them in my stash for a very long time. I had them when I used to do scrapbooking, as I said, which I'm not really doing anymore. And I love that clusters make it so easy to make cards quite quickly, because most of the work of assembly of something that's going to be the showstopper is already done, you know? Like your main focus for your card is done. I think it's sweet. You don't need to put the black accent. It might be a little bit much for some, but I've got them, and I know it's something that I don't use a lot, so I just figure, you know what, I'm gonna play with them because they're out, and I want to play with them. Just because. This one seems to fit better than that one. It's weird. So I wonder what you guys have been up to. Here it's been relatively quiet. I tried to do an activity a weekend, so I tried to go for some walks and some parks with my husband. I've done some canning a bit. I've done salsa. Now I need to do beets. Haven't done beets in a while, and my daughter was saying how she would like to she would love for me to make some and give those for as a little Christmas gift to her. So I'm gonna try to do some and have some in my stash, because I really do like when it's colder outside and I do a roast or something to open up a can of beets and vinegar. Like, everybody loves them. So there's that, and I really like that one. I think it's really sweet. And it's a much different look than this one, because it's not the same feel with the flower versus the leaf. But it's still similar with the corners. We've done 3 cards so far. That's pretty good. Okay, so this one, I do like the flower, the hearts at the corner. Kind of sad if I lose them. Like, I wonder if I could make a card using this here. I don't think it's gonna work, so I might as well just play with it. I also have this paper here. That could be a good one with this. I feel it needs something in the behind it. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. So unfortunately the little hearts are gonna go. It's a hard, like if it was more all over the place, it might have been easier to use, but the way it's set up, it's kind of hard to use. So I think I'm going to put this directly in the middle of that piece. I kind of want to anchor it down, so I'm thinking maybe this at the bottom like that, just to, because this is like the color is heavy. I'm thinking that this would, I don't know if I'm making sense, but to me it's making sense. So do it that way. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. So we've been at it for a while. I still have 4 clusters, but you know what? I think I'm gonna keep them and I'm gonna send them out as in Happy Mail. Because I think those could be fun to just send out, and they're not too thick, so yeah, I think those are gonna be sent out in Happy Mail. And I'm gonna close off this video with having made 4 cards, which I think is pretty cool, honestly, with the time frame. So I can't wait to know what you think. I will be making another set of these clusters for fall that I think could be used for Thanksgiving. I'm thinking that that would be really fun. And I still have a lot of the, I still have like the pumpkins and that sort of thing. So I'm thinking that that would be cool to use. I've put all my stuff that I use for the last clusters into a box. And because I did a lot of floral in this one, but I didn't use the pumpkins. So maybe. And I would also love to find more orangey flowers. So I still have, I might find some of those in the dollar store in the upcoming week. I have 2 papers left of that that set, which is pretty cool. So I should be able to finish it off pretty soon. So I'm happy for that as well. Because yeah, it's nice to see my stash being used up and not just added to. And I like the fact that when I do purchase things, like I purchase the flowers, well, at least I'm using them quickly, and getting to use up some of the scraps at the same time, which is really a fun thing. I'm thinking also I'll probably use more buttons, because I really do love the use of the buttons in these clusters. So yeah. So let me know what you think, and I will see you all next week, guys. And don't forget, if you love what you saw and would like to have your own set of clusters to try to make some cards, easy cards, don't forget to check out my Patreon on October 1st. If you joined before that, you have access to all the previous kits as well. So lots of fun stuff to play with. And that's it, guys. Love you. Take care. Bye.